Hi folks, this is Jeff Nakamura of the Responders. We've set up a camp at Flatwoods, and we're offering supplies, medical treatment, and survival training to anyone in need. Look for us in the church across from the Flatwoods Tavern, and if you can volunteer some time to help out, we could definitely use it. This message will repeat. Hi folks, this is Jeff Nakamura of the Responders. We've set up a camp at Flatwoods, and we're offering supplies, medical treatment, and survival training to anyone in need. Look for us in the church across from the Flatwoods Tavern, and if you can volunteer some time to help out, we could definitely use it. This message will repeat.
This is an emergency broadcast signal from Authentication Code Barracuda. Emergency classification. Blast door integrity compromised. Any available Vault Tech personnel are required to respond under Emergency Protocol BT-21. This signal will repeat. This is an emergency broadcast signal from Authentication Code Barracuda. Any available Vault Tech personnel are required to respond under emergency. This signal will repeat. This is an emergency broadcast signal from Authentication Code Barracuda. Emergency classification. Blast door integrity compromised. Any available Vault Tech personnel are required to respond under Emergency Protocol BT-21.
understood why Vault-Tec put numbers on their doors. Man, this day is full of surprises. First this darn vault door lands here, now you've come to collect it. Well, going by the number, I'd say this is from Vault 63. My buddy told me that it's located in the ash heap. I can mark it on your map. If you do make your way down there, stay safe. I heard it's overrun with mole miners. And the ash heap itself is barely breathable without a mask. And one wrong step might charcoal roast your foot. That aside, there's been a crazy storm brewing down that way. Doubt it's related, but I think I'll steer clear myself all the same. You bet. Safe travel, stranger. Hey, you're that vault dweller I hear so much about.
someone there? I picked up a pretty big surge of activity on our sensors, but it went quiet all of a sudden. Oh, wow, a person! I didn't actually expect that. Wait, are you telling me that you managed to wipe out all of the Lost yourself? I have so many questions. How? With what? And actually... No, focus, Hilda. I could use someone with a lethal skill set. Hey, would you be up for a little hike? Perfect. The entrance area you're in now was once a high-speed rail system for transporting supplies to the rest of the vault. But as you can see, it's completely caved in. You'll have to walk to another entrance closer to the vault's atrium. It's just a quick trip over the hills to the south. Look for the entrance to the Shenandoah National Park. If you need a landmark, just keep walking toward that teeny tiny, giant, menacing storm in the sky. You'll find the entrance underneath the manor in the dead center of the park. And storm. Can't miss it. Good luck!
Get away! Oh, you aren't one of them. You scared me. I'm Craig from Foundation, and I think I'm the only one left. We saw the nasty weather kicking up down here and thought it'd be worth checking out. See if anyone needed help. didn't make it far down the road before we got jumped by something. I panicked and ran. You're serious? Did you hear what I just told you? Well, better you than me, I suppose. Actually, if you're going out there anyway, would you mind doing me a favor? As you head down Skyline Drive, could you check if there are any signs of what happened to my friends? A trail, a body, personal effects, anything I could use to find them or report back at Foundation? Who knows? Maybe even a survivor. Not asking you to do much, just to drop a flare nearby. I can investigate them once the storm calms down a bit. Thank you so much. Anyway, just take the flares. If you happen upon anything or anyone, just drop one. And if you come back after, I'll make it worth your while. And watch out for those things. They may look like ghouls, but they're not. And they're not friendly. What am I gonna do if those things come back?
Trotworth back again? Aye, those are the ones. Go ahead and pop that, whatever that is, into one of them consoles. I'm sure those boxes have instructions in somewhere, man. Never doubted you for a second. Get the rest of it fixed.
Another one released.
Keep going. Nearly there. Right. All the bars are at the top and flashing green, so that's probably a good thing. I'm gonna set about getting this thing online. You take a quick breather. Remember when I told you about them signatures that weren't used? There's more of them. Also, I don't really know what happens if this harvester doesn't run fully. I'm gonna need you to make sure it charges properly and not let whatever's out there interfere with the process. Last thing, I don't like giving refunds. And if these lot in here don't get what I promised them, they're probably going to want one. So there's another reason to charge them up. Hang on. Killing that one made them have maybe killing them extra sardy ones will speed this up. Kill a few more and... And if you could stay inside the bunker for a few moments while my associates make sure it's safe to exit. Thank you! Cheers, mate. Big effort you made for me there. I won't forget it in a hurry.
wonderful. I was getting worried. So, here's the situation. You need to get into the vault. I need to get out. This door isn't intended for easy access, so it'll require joint authorization from both sides to open. I'm on this side and authorized. You're on that side and not authorized. But no worries. I've got a plan. All of the Lost were once members of the Vault and should have authorization. You just need to get a hold of a hand and scan it. Easy peasy. That's right. Just a bit of post-mortem amputation and we'll be set. Just scan the hand once you've got it. I'll be on standby. Promise. Time's a ticking. Chop chop! Ooh, sorry. Anyway, I gotta run, but I'll be back. Scan a hand! Bye!
Oh, good, you're here! And you're not lost, I assume. If you are, say so, because that would be a major breakthrough. Ah, good! Well, bit of a downer, actually. Got my hopes up for a second, but I digress. Anyway, I'm Hilda Stoltz. Hi. I'm head of the organic sector, which is exactly where I'm about to run off to. But don't worry, my Uncle Hugo is very eager to meet you. Just down the hall, in the Overseer's office, as he is the Overseer. Oh, and I've disabled the two-step lock, so coming and going should be easier now. Anyway, like I said, Uncle Hugo, down the hall. Toodaloo!
I'm tired of all the red tape and security checks.
Willkommen.
Just to get
Bitte
a
komm
breath
rein.
of barely fresh air.
My niece told me to expect you. And do not mind my appearance. I can assure you I mean no harm. Can the same be said of you, though, outsider? Do you intend to harm us? Where are my manners? I did not mean to be so standoffish. You're a most welcome guest here. I cannot be too careful. It has been a long time since we've spoken with anyone from the surface. Ah, fascinating. Is that the faint clicking of a Pip-Boy I hear? How grand. A colleague from another paradise below the ground. Vault 76, I take it? What a pleasant surprise. Wunderbar. Kismet even. We are having fun now, aren't we? Listen, my new friend. Regardless of what pretenses my dear niece may have brought you here with, I believe I can repay you for your effort. No, opportunity. And your silly surface currency too, I suppose. As you may have ventured to guess on your trip here, our beloved Shenandoah has seen better days. Less stormy days. I'm in the midst of trying to get this under control, but our vault is still in a bit of a state of shock. If you'd be willing to engage in a bit of freelance work, I'm sure I can provide plenty of payment in kind. Fantastic. I'm pleased to hear it. Perhaps I should introduce myself to assuage any hesitation you have. I am Hugo Stoltz, Overseer of Vault 63, yes, but also a principled man of business from the world of yore. Founder and CEO of Stoltz Enterprises, respected member of Vault-Tech's board of directors, and overall international man of mystery. Allow me to formally welcome you to Vault 63 as our, let's say, outside consultant. Yes, that'll do perfectly. Oh, please. Hugo is just fine. Now, I'm sure you have many questions. I would expect no less, but I promise your first task will help to answer much. Speak with our Chief of Security, James T. Oberlin, and fetch me his latest situation report. I'd like to have him vet you a bit before we proceed any further. I'm sure he'd be happy to answer questions for you about our current predicament while you're at it. You'll do splendidly, I'm sure.
It's a shame we don't have the workforce to spruce this place up a little.
What would Cassie do?
Been a long time since we had a good community gathering around here. We felt the whole vault shaking a while back. Security said it was nothing to worry about, though.
Hopefully Daniel will report in soon. Been expecting you. James T. Oberlin, Chief of Security, Vault 63. Formerly United States Army. Ordinarily, an outsider would report directly to the security offices. But as you've seen, Mr. Stoltz isn't fond of ordinary. How exactly did you end up on our doorstep, outsider? And you were able to dispose of them? Interesting. Must mean you have some combat training. That could be helpful. Well, considering I'm entirely lacking any sort of credentials or background on you, perhaps you can fill me in on your history. You do seem fit to fight, at least. But that's not really an answer to my question. I won't fault you for a lie by omission, though. You seem eager and able enough. I've already been made aware that you're a dweller from Vault 76. Mr. Stoltz buzzed me ahead of your arrival and filled me in on the situation. Sorry for the test, but wanted to see how you present yourself. I appreciate your attempt to take this seriously, but I won't say I don't have my doubts. Let's see how this plays out, though. Here's my status report for Mr. Stoltz. You're dismissed, unless you have other questions.
You should have arrived a few years back. The old vault sure was something. You know, before...
We felt the whole vault shaking a while back. Security said it was nothing to worry about, though.
It's a shame we don't have the workforce to spruce this place up.
Ah, you've returned. I've just been thinking on some things. Yes, that. Don't worry about that now. I have a question for you. Tell me, are we our brains? Yes, precisely. But is that not just scratching the surface? Consciousness, perception, encoding and the formation of memories. To take the observable world and sculpt from it a translation of ourselves, of others. And in the eyes of others, how many versions of us exist? What's that? Oh, I have completely gone off the rails. I apologize. You have the spirit of an old friend about you. I've forgotten there's much new ground to tread between us. I may have failed to mention this before, but I am or was blind. Born that way. After the incident that left me in this state, I became able to truly see the world. Well, perhaps it's more accurate to say, I feel the world. Pulses of electricity, waves bending and refracting, gentle hums of life vibrating shapes into being. This world I see, I share it with the lost. I live as they do, yet I remain myself. Perhaps more myself than I was before. But others were lost to it, and to us. Friends colleagues, loved ones. When they witness this world, they're minded... well, I suppose I cannot explain what their mind perceives, just as one could never explain sight to me before. We have been trying to learn why this connection was permanently severed between us. Desperately so.
You should have arrived a few years back. The old vault sure was something.
A scientist, are you? Just like my Audrey and little her. We are unsure of why, but we suspect that my condition may have mutated differently than others. Perhaps it was my proximity to... oh, never mind me. This sort of talk is dreadfully boring. All of this is to say we need your help, my friend. There are many problems at our feet, and you are uniquely equipped to help us. Thank you. That truly means the world to me. Let's discuss next steps. There's 2 sets of investigations I'd have you undertake. Your new friend Oberlin can fill you in on one, and I'd be happy to walk you through the other. Take a moment to relax and process. Speak with either of us when you're ready to hear the details. And once again, I cannot contain my excitement in having you on board. Willkommen im Team, mein Freund.
Don't you be starting to change things up around here. We got the system and it works, damn it!
Life is no pony farm. So, shall we begin? There are some tasks that I'm unequipped to handle myself, and I need your assistance. Excellent. As you've hopefully been made aware by now, the source of the weather phenomenon outside is a device that is under our control. Or rather, the lack thereof. Control, that is. In order to solve this error, we'll need to acquire the weather machine's blueprints. They are in the wall safe just over there. If only it were that simple. The safe can only be opened with a key. A key that my beloved wife Cassie has chosen to hide in a very secure location. So secure that only she knows where it is. This is problematic, as she has been unwell and unresponsive for quite some time. That said, she was a diligent note-keeper. I'm certain you could find out where she moved the key to if you were to search through her notes. You should find them all in our room upstairs. It is unlocked, so you should be able to just walk in. With my condition as it is, I'm unable to do this myself, and thus, my new friend, the task falls to you. You will? Oh, wie wunderbar. Best of luck.
The new animals up there. Any of them good for eating?
vault shaking a while back. Security said it was nothing. It's a shame we don't have the workforce to spruce this place up a little.
What are you planning, Stoltz? So you'll make it quick. I've been spread thin dealing with surface-side security concerns. My more menial tasks have started to slip through the cracks, however. I can tell you're equipped to handle much worse, but tackling some issues from my backlog would be of great service to me, at least as a start. There are 3 in particular who often bring up issues to me. You can start there. There are 3 residents that have been complaining about a myriad of concerns. Margaret, Lawrence, and Julio. Your best bet is to track them down. They're likely lounging about waiting for someone else to handle the hard work. They should have more than enough to keep you busy for the time being. Report back when it's been handled. In the meantime, I have other matters I need to attend to, so please, if you'd excuse me.
Supplies are starting to dwindle a little. Even with the stockpile for the supply runs. You know, before the storms.
Move along.
What if we go back to the surface? Minus research, science, and discoveries, and news. Ah, screw it. I miss how it was before.
What the hell are you doing in here? Get your filthy hands off her! What's that? Oh. I understand. I apologize. Truly. I'm just very protective of her, you know? She was... is my other half, and life is just not complete without her. Of course she has the key herself. I should have known. Yes. Very well. If you would excuse me, I would like a moment with my wife. Come find me when you have the blueprints.
It's a shame we don't have the workforce to spruce this place up a little.
You reckon that storm's gonna get worse or better?
Oh, a stranger. We haven't seen anyone from outside in a while. What brings you here? Chief Oberlin's finally getting around to dealing with this, huh? And sending in a stranger to boot. We must have it tough. Yeah, there's a few things we've brought up before. Most of it in the lower levels. Things like strange noises coming from the generator room. People are scared to go check it out in case one of the Lost are in there.
Oh, also, we have a huge rat problem in the storage room, as in, huge rats. Last time I was on a food run, something jumped right past me and snatched it. Damn near took my arm with it, too.
And, someone should probably take care of Alfie.
Yeah.
We should have arrived a few years back.
Alfie was one of us, but
His condition got worse until he got us to lock him in his room. He's probably lost his mind by now, but no one could bring themselves to do what needs to be done. You didn't know him, though. If there's anything you could do for him, we'd appreciate it. You can get to the lower levels from the elevators just over there. There's also a stairwell down just across the atrium that leads directly to the storage room. Good luck, and thank you.
Good luck down there, and, welcome to Vault 63.
Need something?
You reckon that storm is gonna get worse or better? I'm tired of all the red tape and security checks just to get a breath of barely fresh air.
Your skin isn't...
How's it going out there? Wendy? Harris?
New animals. Any of them good for eating? Guys are going out there. Wendy, Harris.
Need something?
You need something?
Seems someone do so much good around here. It's refreshing.
Have you heard about...
I'm tired of all the red tape and security checks just to get a breath of barely fresh air.
It's a shame we don't have the workforce to spruce this place up. Hey there.
Don't you... Welcome back. How are things going? We're sorry that you had to be the one to deal with all of that.
Yeah, it's good to know there are still people outside, especially people who are capable.
Thanks. We couldn't have done it ourselves. Is there anything we can do for you? Yeah. We'll spread the word that you are someone trustworthy. Thanks again for all the help. You're all right, outsider.
You smell something weird?
Been a long time since we had a good community gathering around here. How's it going out there? Windy? Airish? We felt the whole vault shaking a while back. Security said it was nothing to worry about, though. Vault 63 has lasted this long. No reason to think it won't keep lasting. You should have arrived a few years back. The old vault sure was something. You know, before the accidents. We've kept this place safe for decades. That isn't about to change.
You're back. I hope you have good news for me.
I wonder how that happened.
Well, color me surprised. Good work. With that out of the way, I'll be able to focus on the more important matters, like dealing with the chaos going on outside of this vault. I don't suppose that those three had anything interesting to say while you were helping them? Looks like I may have to check in with our custodian Johnny later. He usually hears a thing or two, though I'd much rather people come to me than having to resort to gossip mills. Still, it can be hard for people to know who to trust. But enough about that. Now that you've helped me out, is there anything I can help you with? First, your reward. I'll arrange for something from our armory. I'm sure you'll find a good use for it in the future. I'm sure... It may not seem like much, but your help has been invaluable to us. Thank you.
I'm tired of all the red
Now that you've proven yourself useful, I have a sensitive situation that could use some in-person problem solving. The emergency alert in the organic sector has been triggered, something that requires proper authorization to do. As I understand it, the lab's head researcher Hilda Stoltz headed there not too long ago. I believe you're acquainted. It would appear she's gotten herself into danger. It's unlikely she'd seek outside meddling if it wasn't something serious. Get to the lab, assess the situation, and ensure Hilda returns here safely. If she's unwilling to return, convince her otherwise. She, and Mr. Stoltz for that matter, may believe her research takes priority over her safety. With our current numbers, that isn't a risk worth taking. With the tram tunnels collapsed, you should still be able to access organics from a cave nearby, used as a sort of ventilation system. If Hilda was able to make it there, I imagine you won't have too much trouble. But I'll provide a security key, just in case. Be prepared for the worst. I look forward to your return. It may not seem like much, but your help has been invaluable to us. Thank you.
Need something?
It's a shame we don't have the workforce to spruce this place up a little. I'm tired of all the red tape and security checks just to get a breath of barely fresh air. I'm tired of all the red tape and security checks just to get a breath of barely fresh air.
What brings you back in here? Wow. Your skin isn't split at all.
There was a landslide around the mansion. You should have arrived a few years back.
I believe you have something for me.
Sure was something. You know.
Well, they're no good to me. I can't read them. Go deliver them to my daughter, Audrey. She's the one who's leading the effort to repair the weather machine. Oh, and before I forget, our conversation earlier, in Cassie's room. Water under the bridge, yes? I do hope we can keep that just between us. I'd hate for rumors to flutter about. I'm happy to hear it. Oh, and before you go off to Audrey, I would like you to indulge me in another thought exercise I've been meditating on. If you were to repair a ship by replacing it plank by plank, piece by piece, so much so that no single piece of wood from the original vessel remained, would you have a new ship? Or would it still be the original, only improved? Right you are, my friend. Both in the origins of the question and its complexity. Let's say for this example that we can agree that eventually it is a new ship. Because I think the more interesting question is, at what point does it become so? After half of the planks? After the final part is replaced? Perhaps the rudder? Or mast? If we were to change piece by piece, at what point do we become something entirely new? Up. One moment. Let's perhaps hold on an answer. I'd rather that linger with you. And you have important business to attend to. Now, off with you to see Audrey. She's buried in her books in the meteorology sector. I hope you have some good hiking boots. It's quite the trek. Safe travels.
These jumpsuits don't leave much room for expression.
There was a landslide around the
I don't know you. Why are you in my lab? What's this? Oh, the blueprints. Fantastic. Did my father send you? Are we hiring outside help for the mailroom now? Never mind that. It doesn't matter. All that matters is that I finally have these. Well, the name says it all. It used to be a machine that did the weather. You know, monitoring it, controlling it, just the usual stuff. I think we picked it up as a way to sweeten the pot when my father was getting the board to approve this vault. A bit of nepotism later, and here I am. My father refused to listen when I told him my talents are wasted on this machine, but in the end, the research fell off after the bombs fell. Later, we found a very important reason to look into it again, of course. Which I'm not really comfortable sharing more on. Sorry, we did just meet after all. To summarize, this machine is important. My father wants it fixed, and I'd very much like Father to stop pestering me about it. Yes, very excellent parcel delivery. Off with you then. Actually, wait a moment. A helpful minion could be quite useful. Could you give me 2 seconds to read this? Here's a little reward for you. Count your bottle caps while I go over these blueprints. Come back when you're ready for more work. Perfect. The blueprints specify the exact part we're looking for. Well, I could use someone with outdoor experience for starters. Based on your skin condition, I'm guessing you're not from around here. That means you walked here. You're perfect for the job. Believe it or not, the Shenandoah Visitor Center has a device for monitoring the weather. While vastly inferior in complexity, it contains parts that you won't find out of any old toaster left to rot. It won't be a perfect fit, but even if the part is remotely close to the one that broke, I should be able to do some modifications to make it work. I'll analyze these blueprints more and do some research ahead of time, just in case. That just leaves you with the task of actually fetching it. If you don't mind, that is. Thank you. The visitor center is just north of the manor, on the cliff. It's probably completely abandoned. The building isn't too big, so you should be able to find it easy enough. Once you have the part, come back here, okay?
door, man. Well done, mate. A really solid effort. Everyone, if you could stay inside the bunker for a few moments while my associates make sure it's safe to exit. Thank you. Cheers, mate. Big effort you made for me there. I won't forget it in a hurry.
Whoa! Whoa! Oh! Who are you? Don't hurt me, please. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Well, that's a relief. Well, it's not here. It's back in my bunker. There's a bit of a problem, though. The door to my bunker got jammed from the inside, and I got locked out. I just went out to get some essentials. I rarely leave the bunker. Of course, I had to lock myself out when I do. Anyway, good news is, there's a second entrance in the basement of this building. Bad news is there's a bunch of weirdos in there now. I don't know who they are, or what they want. I've never seen them before. But they did not seem the friendly kind, huh? I just came in here minding my own business when I heard some creepy chanting and talks about some Alex saying they're here for a sacrifice. I panicked, and I locked them in. I don't think they noticed, but I bet they'll be real mad once they do. You've got yourself a deal. Come and let me know when they're all, dead.
I join you in eternity.
I stopped hearing screams, so I came through, to check on you, yeah? I wasn't sneaking off. A deal's a deal. Follow me. I'll show you to my bunker. The machine is in there. Well, the machine you're after is just over there. I mean, it's pretty hard to miss. Thanks for helping me out getting back here.
Did you find the part we're looking for? What a relief. I must admit, I was a little unsure there would be any machine left to rescue parts from. I hope I didn't get you into too much danger to retrieve it. I knew you would be a good fit for the task. But that aside, I never heard of any cult in these parts. Then again, I never heard much about any cult in general. My father kept me fairly sheltered. Quite literally. I wonder what they were doing there. Alex? No, she couldn't be. Sorry, I knew someone named Alex.
I never found out what happened to them when the bombs dropped, but it must be someone else. Would you mind getting the part in place? It should be pretty simple after my modifications. All the connectors are standardized now to fit a regular part. I do it myself, but I just need a minute to gather my thoughts. I mean equipment. I'll be right there. I don't have time for a long chat. Got my equipment together. Let me see how you did in placing the part. Passable. You forgot to hook up a few of the connectors, but a solid attempt for a first-timer at weather machine repair. All that's left now is to get a scan of my mother's eyes. She is the only one in this vault authorized to override security checks when we reboot it.
Audrey! Audrey! I thought I heard your voice in here. Oh, and our new friend is with you. Good, we might need you. We have an emergency. Your mother. She's gone.
What do you mean, gone? I thought she was in stable condition.
No, not gone like that. She's not in her room. Someone has taken her. They've left a note. Oberlin read it out to me. Some gibberish about a Mothman.
Didn't you say they were connected to an Alex? So if this Alex is connected to these cultists, and the cultists kidnapped my mother, could it really be her? Why would she take Mom?
Alex? In a cult? No, that can't be. I took care of her.
What did you just say?
Nothing, my dear. I misspoke.
No. You definitely said I took care of her. Want to elaborate on how you took care of her father?
Okay, look. I didn't intend for you to find out, but she was a risk to your future and that of our family business. I had to ensure you would stay here with us. I only did what I had to do.
Why am I not surprised? I had a feeling you were behind her disappearance. How was your own daughter's happiness ever a risk? Every single bit of my life has always been dictated by you, and I have been miserable for all of it.
Now, that's not true. You've always loved all this tinkering and such. All I did was make sure you were safe and would focus on what's important. The family business. And look around. Look how well it has worked out. This machine you've helped build and maintain. It's a true masterpiece.
Are you delusional? Look at us! Look at those mad lost running around! Mom is in a coma, for God's sake! How has any of that worked out well? I cannot reason with the unreasonable. I need some air to process this.
She'll come to her senses. There's always a flair for the dramatic. Takes after her father, I suppose. We have more important business to discuss anyway. We need my wife back. Pronto. And you've more than proven yourself capable of that task. So please, I could use your assistance. Wunderbar. Getting this machine repaired is in everybody's best interest. Now, the note left behind mentions something about an old abandoned mine. I remember there was only one within the park. Nearly purchased it at one point for some... actually, that's not important. Try and blend in as one of the cultists. I fear they may harm Cassidy if they spot an intruder. Find where they're keeping her, and get rid of Alex. I expect you to do a better job than the last person I sent to deal with her. Preferably, yes. But I guess you're right. It's only led to more chaos, hasn't it? I guess you could try and talk some reason into her. I do have this book. You could use it as a peace offering from me. I took it off Audrey. It appears to have been a gift from Alex. I thought it best to remove anything that might rouse up sentimental feelings. You know the sorts. Silly young romances. Anyway, I think this could be enough to persuade her and invite her into this family. Yes. If that's the price I have to pay to get Cassidy back alive, then I guess I will come to terms with Alex being in our lives. Knew I could count on you. Now you better get going. I will deal with Audrey. Meet me back in the atrium when it's safe to get my dear Cassie. I will send out some people to transport her back safely once you've completed your mission.
dare you? That's not gonna happen. And if you interfere with our ritual, we'll make you our next sacrifice. You can sure try!
I trust you have taken care of everything, and I can send my man out to get Cassidy. Fantastic. Oh, I wish I was there to see it. You know, in a more figurative sense. With that matter settled, I'll notify a team to conduct a rescue effort to bring Cassidy home. I'm truly grateful, my friend.
You're unbelievable. You just couldn't let it go, could you? The only solution you have is to just kill and kill
The new
kill.
animals up there.
I can't believe I came up here to
good
try
for
and talk
eating?
this through. To try to make you see some reason. But I seem to have forgotten how efficient you are. After all these years of not knowing if she was still alive, I had a tiny spark of a hope that I could see her again. But now she's gone. For good. And there is no one else to blame but you. Both of you. For a moment, I really thought you were one of the good ones. But now, you're no different. Just taking orders from my mad father and killing innocent people. You're both just heartless murderers.
Audrey, hang on. You still don't understand. Alex kidnapped your mother. Ah, no talking sense into that one. She always just runs away.
Been a long time since we
You got used to it.
gathering around here.
I must get word to the rescue team. Bis später.
Vault 63 has lasted this long. No reason to think it won't keep lasting.
I can taste them. Blasphemy doesn't hurt anymore. Spirits and specters and shadows. Coming here. Get this fans out! They don't want anymore. They're gone.
see no more. Here's the door. Slid through the floor. Can't see no more. Don't let it get away! Don't let it torment us again! I hate these creatures. They're too sneaky. Who are they? We're free. Until next time. How much longer do we fight
Oh,
them?
hello again. Didn't expect to see you here.
Wait.
Perfect! Well, almost perfect. I can't leave yet. Not until I've finished running the tests. I've been researching a method of reverting the Lost back to their original condition. Or at least, regain the ability to communicate with us. Uncle Hugo agrees with me too. This is top priority stuff. So, would you help me out? Please? Pretty please? You will? Great! First, you should head to the greenhouse in the chemistry wing. Once you're there, look for Henry. Oh, Henry is one of the plants. He's from the Papaveraceae family. Some subfamilies, when properly processed, can be used as painkillers and muscle relaxants. I'll be tracking your progress, and I'll give you a ring over the intercom with the next steps. Good luck!
Make sense of it all. Figure out what this means. I smell blood. Creatures near. Smell like here. Creatures here. Creatures near. I smell blood. I will avenge you. I'm sorry. Stupid, foolish specters! Storm!
Looks like you found Henry. Good. Now we just need to mix serum alpha. Head to the pharmaceutical lab. It should be through the door on your left after leaving the greenhouse. Once you've made the serum, we'll have to test it. I'd managed to sedate a couple of the Lost earlier. There should be one taking a nap in the clinical trial room. It's just past the observation room, through the door to the left of the mixer station. You'll have to dose them with the serum. Hopefully they won't be too mad when you wake them up. Okay, you'll need to make your way back into the caverns outside. The entrance you need is in a pipe in the greenhouse. Look for some of the fungi growing in the cave. The ones that survived in there should be hardy enough. I may be able to extract an effective stabilizer from the juvenile mycelium spores in the mushroom's gills. Oh, and those caves were used to vent demon-driven gas.
you're back. Did you find everything? Great! Hand them over and I'll make the new serum. You know, mixing formulas was always one of my favorite things to do here. I always thought, hey, if this doesn't pan out, maybe I could be a bartender at one of those high-class joints. One time, I mixed a custom cocktail for one of Uncle Hugo's parties. People loved it. Maybe it went down a little too well. Folks might have gotten far more inebriated than expected. Still, only a slightly smaller chance of mixed alcoholic drinks exploding than advanced chemical formulas. Okay, here's the first one. And here's the second. Don't worry, these shouldn't explode. Head over to the biology wing. There's a lost sedated in the surgery room. Should still be sedated, hopefully. I'm sure it's fine. Anyway, I'll unlock the door from the terminal.
I can taste them. So close. The lights are so close. I know you're there, Ghost. I can taste your suffering. You're way sweeter than mine. It's them or us.
Agent from the mushrooms, the relaxants from Henry, and a stronger dosage than serum alpha. Go to the vat storage room. You should find one of the lost in a vat hooked up to some machines. Place the serum in the slot in the machine. That should dispense the serum safely into the vat to be absorbed. Oh, this is our last chance today. Cross all your fingers and toes. Back to the office. I'll tell you everything.
Welcome back. Let's talk. It's complicated. To understand, I need to tell you what the actual purpose of this facility was before the Lost. Those vats contain sleeping residents from our vault. Back when we faced our first crisis of the mind. Going feral. Before the Lost. Feralization was the only real threat to our happiness here. It was running rampant and we were desperate to fix it. My papa was one of the volunteers. He showed early signs of going feral and offered to go under. Be a test subject for cures. He was also that last patient you ran the experiment on. Okay, let me try to explain. As you've probably noticed, the once sedated patients have two key problems. They aren't really sedated much anymore, and they're still lost. So, I'll come clean. We're not here looking for a cure for the lost. Or at least, not here and not me. I'm here to test out new ways of sedating the patients here. Something stronger that can even put a lost under. But, before you get mad, we are looking for a cure. The royal we, just not me, not here. Sorry about that. I don't even have a joke. I really appreciate that, thank you. Oh, and before you think I just wasted your time on a personal project, I did manage to secure some tissue samples too. And we needed those! Really! An integral step in fixing the lost, I mean it! But look, I'll head back to the vault soon after I finish up here. You can assure Oberlin that you've completed your rescue mission. Have a fun hike back! Bye now! You should head back now. Tell Oberlin not to worry about me.
The trees breathe. The land breathes. Do we? I'll eat you, Shadow. I don't know you. I know you're there, Ghost. I can taste your suffering.
shit! What a roar, man! Well done, mate. A really solid effort. Everyone, if you could stay inside the bunker for a few moments while my associates make sure it's safe to exit. Thank you! Cheers, mate. Big effort you made for me there. I won't forget it in a hurry.
Just how far did they go to cover up scandals? You're back. Were you able to secure Hilda safely? That's good to hear. She's an invaluable asset to the vault. What exactly was happening over there?
Back to the surface. Nobody wants to know us because of our, condition.
Reckless. Perhaps a necessary step in seeking a cure, but to do so alone, with the region in the state it is. Well, it's good you were able to arrive there before she'd gotten herself killed. You're more capable than I had assumed. I'll make sure you're suitably rewarded for your effort. Take a moment to dust yourself off, but report back to me soon. I have another job for you. This one's a bit more delicate than the others. You're dismissed. Much as I hate to... If you're ready, I'd like to brief you on a highly classified matter. To be frank, you are among the few here that I believe I can share this information with. Though I suppose that's not saying much. I have not been entirely honest about my role here. Not to you, nor other members of the Vault, Hugo included. I am Lieutenant Colonel James T. Oberlin, United States Army. Actively, not formally. I remain in contact with him to this day. Originally, I was to oversee a government-funded weather research project. One that was shut down and then ultimately scooped up by Mr. Stoltz. While I was never exactly an expert on the subject, Mr. Stoltz found my experience with the project important for the transition. That project led to the development of this very Vault's weather machine, and ultimately our current predicament. I have remained in contact with my associates in the Army ever since, reporting the good and the bad.
What if we go back to the surface? Nobody wants to know us because of our, condition.
Not long ago, I dispatched a member of my team to pass along my findings to a drop site I've been using over the years. Unfortunately, he has failed to return, and I fear the worst. Daniel is a good man. It's important we bring him home, if still possible. There's also the matter of the report, and whether or not it had been passed along, or potentially fallen into the wrong hands. Thank you. The drop is located at High Knob Tower along the western perimeter of the park. We haven't had trouble with that location so far, but there is a chance the Lost have overrun it. Or potentially some other party, drawn in by the allure of the storm. Either way, you're going in blind. Be prepared for the worst.
I'm tired of all
Glad Hilda is back safely.
security
Hopefully her
checks
research will be
to
just
get
what we
breath.
need.
Barely fresh air.
Much as I hate to admit it, I'm not sure I could have managed without your help. Thank you. Why would he do that?
started setting up camp. Only a matter of time until they find me up here. Pretty sure this is it for me. But listen, Chief, I gotta come clean. I want to go to my grave with a clean conscience. This whole thing, the reports, the army, it's a sham, boss. Every single file has gone straight to...
You seem perturbed, my friend. Has your work with Chief Oberlin been that taxing? Very well. Good luck in your duties. You seem perturbed, my friend. Has your work with Chief Oberlin been that taxing? How crude. Come now, my friend. What is this all about?
When it rains, it pours.
Of course his men work for me. You all work for me, my friend. Allow me to explain. James T. Oberlin is a workhorse. Powerful, focused, efficient. But someone like him needs order. Blinders and a carrot, if you will. With too much freedom of thought, people like him are lost. James came to me as a part of a package. I bought a box of cereal, and he was the delightful toy at the bottom. Now he was a highly decorated, highly skilled prize, but still a part of a larger whole. The best thing for someone like him is a simple purpose. He plays this role because he needs to believe it's true. A smarter man would see through this facade immediately. But not Oberlin. Oh no. I'm glad we could see eye to eye. You have good instincts, my friend. You were smart to come to me first. I hope that you can join in continuing this little game. It is solely for ensuring Chief Oberlin's happiness, after all.
Security checks just to get a breath of barely fresh air.
Seeing someone do so much good around here. It's refreshing.
I'm tired of all the red tape and security checks just to get a breath of barely fresh air.
You're back. And without Daniel. What was the situation? Damn it. Daniel was a good man. But I'm relieved to hear his death wasn't in vain. Thank you for completing his work. Thank you for seeing this through. I'm not sure how I'll break the news of Daniel's death to the crew. He was loved by all. I have no further assignments. I'm sure there's others that could use your assistance as well. Thank you again for your effort. Dismissed.
You have beautiful skin. It's unsettling.
It may not seem like much, but your help has been invaluable.
Reckon that storm is gonna get worse or better? You reckon that storm is
Impeccable timing. I was just thinking of you. You've gone through great lengths to clear a path ahead for us.
Much room for expression.
The stage has been set for final preparations. We can get to that in a moment. Do you want to hear something fascinating? Did you know that lightning can reach temperatures hotter than the surface of the sun? Energy beyond that of a star, and yet we can survive being struck by it. The lost. Myself. My Cassidy. We live with it inside us, dancing, colliding, beautifully and violently. Invisible forces taking form right here, inside. In a fervent embrace. Chaos
It's a shame
contained.
we don't have the workforce to spruce this place up a little.
Not a miracle, no. It's nature. When I first heard my Cassie's voice, it was magnetic, ensnaring me from across the room.
Landslide around the
Every footstep perfectly placed, as if I'd done it 1,000 times before. It was a force. A path so clear, so natural, a gravitational pull. Two entities brought together, and a magnificent explosion as a result. Only possible with our meeting. The world shifted at our very presence from that point on. We did the impossible together.
We felt the whole vault shaking a while back. Security said it was nothing to worry about, though.
No. You misunderstand. When the feral mind began to take her, I feared losing her forever. That spark between us lost its charge. She slipped further and further away. I made a choice. To follow the only path that had provided us any hope. I reignited that spark. I brought her to the device. I pushed it to its limit. I allowed it to impart on us that power greater than the burning surface of the sun. By chance, we discovered that time spent near the weather control device had side effects. Positive ones. They seemed to quell the symptoms of feralization. It was the only path forward. The only research that bore fruit.
The new animals...
An accident implies a lack of intent.
Good for eating.
No, it was a choice. The creation of the Lost was no mistake. Its failure to reach completion is, however, a half-step that left them deserted in a reality all their own. But we need to bring them back. All of them, not just like Cassie. We need to bridge the divide. That is what I'm trying to fix here. That is where I need your help.
What if we go back to the surface and nobody wants to know us because of our, condition?
Danke dir, mein Freund. Truly. We are so close to a solution now. I've provided Hilda and Audrey with all they need to complete our work. If you speak with them downstairs, they will be able to provide next steps. Thank you. They are already caught up and will provide you with the information you need. Now, is there anything else? I'd prefer if we could begin soon. We couldn't have come this far without you. I hope you know that.
I wonder if anyone would mind if I moved.
He's a monster, James. How can I ever...
Believe me, I know. But we are so close now. Think of all the people we can help if we manage to find a solution. I will personally hold him accountable once things are settled. But we need to cooperate for now.
Can we get started already? The tissue samples aren't gonna remain stable forever.
Oh great, it's my father's latest hired gun. What are you doing here? Of course, my father's right hand, here to solve all our problems. Fine. It's not like we're left with many options.
We're going to be overseeing a final experiment that could alter the future of this vault.
All of our work is coming to fruition! My research on understanding the lost, Audrey's on the weather machine, but the last piece is Uncle Hugo. Like, literally, we're examining a piece of him. Gross, I know. But once we have the right data, we can run the machine again to reverse the effects of the lost. We think.
Thanks to the flesh of that madman, loath as I am to say it.
My father is the only one afflicted by the machine that has managed to retain his senses. At first, we speculated that it could be related to his sight impairment, but we are certain now there's more to it. He seems to have mutated differently from the other Lost.
The experiments I've been running all but confirmed it.
We think the reason is because he was the one to push the big button, so to speak. He made direct contact with the device. The electricity spread out from him, almost like a conduit.
We are, and have the evidence to back it.
We've been comparing tissue samples from Uncle Hugo with ones from Papa and the others. The behavior from Uncle Hugo's sample is far more complex and responsive to stimuli. It's almost as if he's a completed specimen and the rest are just imitating him.
We've been repairing and adjusting the machine to potentially complete the Lost's transformation, using that monster upstairs as a template.
No. Which is why we run tests first. We aren't simply going to fire up the machine again and hope he's right. We need to be sure first.
That's where you come in. We need you to head surface side and run the experiment for us. We've set up a number of devices that can simulate the effects of,
It'll simulate what the impact of different device configurations will have on lost cells. In other words, we can test what would happen if we followed my uncle's plan on a smaller scale.
I'll mark the first device for you. We'll make contact once we see it up and running.
Anyone else kind of excited about this? Just me then?
If you break it, you repair it.
I've sent out another report to my contacts. Hopefully we'll hear something back from them soon.
Oh, when it rains, it pours.
Control test. This will show us how added storm energy under the machine's old configuration interacts with their cells.
Why waste our time on this? We just need to see the effects of the new configuration.
Control room, James. Cut corners.
Further agitated. Oh, they're much less stable than Uncle Hugo's now.
Great. Now everything that was bound to fail will fail. On to the next device. Over and out.
Starting up now. We will be using the new configuration. When the samples from the lost will begin to behave closer to Uncle Hugo. Come on, science. You can do it. Starting final test now. I don't like this. Gotta be able to
Finish the test.
Results coming in now. Please, please be different. No, it's the same. They're all moving with him. How? Why? God damn him.
Audrey, we've got a problem. Bastard is gone.
What?
And you, get back here ASAP. Over and out. Good. You're here. The situation has developed and we're short on time.
Before the accidents.
Here's the sit-rep. We've discovered that Hugo didn't leave alone. He's taken Cassidy with him. That can only mean one thing. He's going to activate the weather machine already. Bastard. This experiment was just to distract us. He already had all the pieces he needed. There's only one place. He's likely to reach the meteorology sector any minute now. Up at the Hawksbill weather station. Audrey already left to try and stop him, but even with Cassidy, he's gotten too much of a head start. No, wait. We need to discuss what you'll do when you get there. I'll be brief. I need him alive. Good. We need him breathing if we want to learn more about this affliction. It'd be years of research lost.
You should have arrived a few years back. The old vault sure
Do the right thing. Expect resistance, but remember, bring him in alive. Dismissed.
Finally, I thought you'd never make it. He's locked me out, but I bought some time by disrupting the startup sequence. It's only a matter of minutes before he gets it up and running again, though. I can't believe it's come to this. I hate him. So fucking much! Upstairs. But he should know. He needs to die. My God. Did I really just say that? This is really the only choice he's given me, isn't it? Oh, it's true. Please. He has to... Believe me, I know I'll begin unlocking the doors so that the area is crawling. I'll be in touch over the loudspeaker.
That'll get you in. Just focus on the loss while I work on the next script. Got it. You're almost there. One more to go. Oberlin! God, you almost gave me a heart attack.
What's the status? We're not vomiting up electricity, so that's a promising sign. Wait, we still haven't gotten to him yet? Pick up the pace. We've got to hurry. What do you mean, kill him? Are you crazy? No, we need him alive.
James, it's too risky to keep him alive. He has to die. He has to.
Soldier, you know your orders. Do not let emotion guide you. We need him alive.
It's too late for that. Please, end this for good.
My friend! Schön, dich wiederzusehen. I apologize for pulling the wool over your eyes earlier. I needed a suitable distraction to hold their interest. But I should warn you, any attempt to dissuade me will be made in vain. I recommend turning back while you can. Too late? Too late for what? For a solution to our problems? Do you not see? My darling standing right here beside me. She walked here with me, followed my every step. Do you not understand what this means? I know the others wouldn't, but surely you do. Ah, but it has. Before we ever met even. Months ago, before we ever crossed paths, I stood here with Cassidy, just as we had a decade ago. I ran this machine again, hoping, begging for a solution, and at worst, a release from this solitary life. The results were unexpected, more severe than my first attempt. The storm, you see? The shattering of the land around here? A result of that brave step. This would imply it was a failure. It wasn't. I made great progress in my second attempt. I was able to calm my Cassidy. Suddenly, she responded to my will. She followed my footsteps. She looked me in the eyes again. In that moment of bliss, we fled away back to the atrium. Hand in hand, like school children, we ran while this devilish machine spun on, sowing destruction. I learned something important about the power I hold. I am the gravitational force they need. I am a vessel for this storm. I can move them, save them. Only for brief, fleeting moments. For months, I've pushed Hilda and Audrey toward the solution. I knew it was in me, the signal to shepherd them. I just needed them to isolate it, decode it, replicate it. To teach our machine to dance to my song, to forge a true bridge between me and our lost children. But truly, the last missing piece was you, mein Freund. Without your drive, we'd have been stuck. So, before we end this for good, I do want to thank you again for being a catalyst for change. Now, let's finish this, shall we? I have business to attend to. Oh, my friend. I'm truly sorry that you've been sent here in their place. But I cannot risk more coming to your aid. Prepare yourself. On guard. You've made suppose this is an unfortunate turn of events for me, isn't it? We aren't finished just yet. Please, listen. There's another way. You don't have to end this. You can still help me, if only you'd see things my way for a moment. If only you'd see the sparkle in her eyes. There's hope. She is in there. They all are. I can be the bridge. I just need your help this one final time. That pull between us. Every footstep perfectly placed once more. So please, help me. I have no strength to fight. Do what you will then, fool.
Good. He's still breathing. Hurry up and power down that machine. We'll come retrieve him when it's safe.
I trusted you. I fucking trusted you.
It may not. You did a hell of a good job back there. I knew you'd do the right thing. You've been a good soldier for us. Glad we put our trust in you. Yep, you're one of the good ones, all right. No doubt about it. I'm just glad we're on the same team.
So
Hate to go toe-to-toe with someone like you. And a fine job at that. I'm sure it feels like he got off easy, but I assure you, that's not the case. He's sedated for now, and still recovering from that proper ass-whooping you provided. But once he wakes up, the time for rest is over. The research begins. He's the key to solving the Lost, and we'll see to it that he remains a silent contributor. Couldn't have said it better myself. In the meantime, we'll sort out the mess the sorry SOB left us. So, rest easy. But, look. I can't give you a Medal of Honor. Don't have one to give. But I would, if I could. This goes without saying, but you've more than earned my respect. I hope that means something to you. Don't go turning into a stranger, all right? That's an order. It may take some time before things are in order again, but I'll make sure this place is safe for the